And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to Hillside International Speedways. We're getting set for the running of the Hillside 120 race number 14 of the PCSRA Coca-Cola Truck Series. After this race, we only have 2 more races left to go until we determine who will be the 10 drivers to battle out in this season's chase for the championship. And so far, this race weekend, it's been pretty good because our AutoZone Amateur Series race had a very good race yesterday. What kind of racing will we see here today with our 36 charter drivers? Benny MacArthur starts on the pole position, comes this race 4th in the points and also 9th in the playoff standings among the drivers that are on the bubble for the playoffs. Jessie Art alongside 15th in the point standings. A win for her. She would get into the playoffs. Last week's winner, Mandy Evans in run number 2, and Bridget Thomas in the 18. A win for her. She would be into the playoffs. Here's a look at your points, if I can find my mouse. All the way down to our Rookie of the Year standings. Justin Hugo, the points leader, leads by 89 points over Sarah Costello. Hattie Swore, a winner from Las Vegas, is 99 points back, 3rd in the points. Benny MacArthur, Mandy Evans round out the top 5. They're 135 and 198 back, respectively. Erica Douglas, Bridget Thomas, Samantha Granger, Azar, and Makara Amirmoz complete the top 10. That's your top 10. The point standings presented by Golden Corral. As these trucks have been fired up, we're going to go ahead and get these trucks onto the track. And it's an extra 20 laps than what we had in our truck series, in our AutoZone Amateur Series. I'm used to doing Buffalo Wild Wings Series where it's truck series, but since AutoZone ran yesterday, I'm not used to seeing AutoZone Amateur Series of late. So, in our AutoZone Amateur Series, they ran 100 laps, 20 more laps than our AutoZone Amateur Series race for the Truck Series drivers. Here we go. Pace truck pulls off. 36 trucks. The Hillside 120 is green. Let's go racing, drivers. Next week, we'll race at Charlotte, which will have all 4 series. Then we will have trucks taking some time off to prepare for the regular season finale, which I believe we are going to have non-charter drivers back. And the non-charter group will have some new names in there we're going to see coming up. 05 did lead the first lap. That's 5 points for Benny MacArthur. Driscoll had the lead, but now it's Rita Sigrid. In the 88, here's a couple of former winners this season. Sigrid will lead that lap. Hattie Suarez, I mentioned, our winner from Las Vegas earlier this year, has not been to victory lane since Vegas. April Winters, 2-time winner this season, as Swore nearly threw the almost got turned after throwing the block. And Tico Jumiaka, and this is a critical race for Tico because he comes this race 18th in the point standings as Winters led that lap. Tico needs a good run to keep himself inside the top 30 in the points for his win to count towards a spot into the playoffs. Charlie Silver trying to go to victory lane for the first time this season. I believe he's the only... I'll have to check, because I don't think any of the Kyle Busch Motorsports trucks have been to victory lane this season. Let me see. The 9 of Silver has not been to victory lane. The 18 is not a KBM. That's like a throwback truck. I think it's like Musical Motorsports, which they're going to make their Buffalo Wild Wings Series debut later this season. Let me see. 46 I know is part of DVR. 51 has not been to victory lane. 54 has not been to victory lane. No, none of the Kyle Busch Motorsports trucks have been to victory lane this season as Erica Douglas leads. Douglas comes in this race on the bubble trying to make the playoffs. So none of the Kyle Busch Motorsports trucks have been to victory lane this season. And also, Emily Green has not been to victory lane, but she's not made a lot of races. Even if Emily Green would have made this race in got a win, it would not have been enough for her. There's Sarah Costello. Comes in this race second in the points. She's trying to run down Justin Hugo for the points lead, and I don't see Justin Hugo up front. Annika Ritchie comes this race in that critical 30th in the points. If she goes to victory lane, she could lock up a playoff spot. Jessica Moore, same deal for her. Any of these drivers inside the top 30 in points, a win for you, and you could be in the playoffs. I could probably say Lucky Prescott is a long shot to make the playoffs. Of course, came in this race 35th in the points, came in late to replace Brian Gomez in this ride. I don't know if it is going to be enough for her to get herself in the top 30 in points if she does get a victory. Riley Roublier takes the lead. Annie Crenshaw, our winner from Dover 2 weeks ago. Crenshaw needs either a good result today or a second win to possibly get herself into the top 30 in points. Anything else that's not a good run, she could be eliminated real quickly. So it is a critical race for that 19 team. Because remember, they are the defending champions of this series, but with a different driver who's in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race. That would be Ari Springer. And you will see Ari Springer and the other 38 drivers in tomorrow's Buffalo Wild Wings Series race, which, by the way, there was a developing story we'll need to discuss in tomorrow's Buffalo Wild Wings Series race. That is going to be critical. Bridget Thomas currently the leader. And I'm not going to say who that driver is until we get to that point. Bridget Thomas comes in this race 7th in the points. 2 points below the cut line. She led a lap. So did Erica Douglas. So it's now still 2 points between the 22 and the 18. Because Benny MacArthur's led a lap, Sarah Costello's led a lap. Because the good news for those drivers is that it's going to come down to Sarah Costello, Benny MacArthur, Erica Douglas, Bridget Thomas on who will make the playoffs. Heather Gallant has not won this season. A win for her. That could be troublesome for those drivers up there in the top 10 in the points standings that don't have a win. She could get in the playoffs. Samantha Granger, our winner from Ricky. Granger is 8th in the points. A second win could get her tied for the number 1 seed going into the reformatted playoff points. Douglas leads. There's the points leader, Justin Hugo there. The gal who's trying to run him down for the points lead already led a lap. That would have been Sarah Costello. Ashley Horton in the 57. Not only a win could get her in the playoffs, a win could actually save herself from losing her charter for next season. Because remember, the bottom 5 drivers, the bottom 5 charter drivers at the end of this season will lose their charters for this series to the top 5 in the AutoZone Amateur Series. Right now, those spots are occupied by Charlie Silver, Billy Kitchen, Patrick Combs, Peach Ramirez, and Ashley Horton. The reason I skipped a couple of drivers is that some drivers came in late in the season and they were an all-star deal, which meant that would not affect them as far as losing a charter is concerned. Mandy Evans, who won at Kansas last week. That was the last race for these Truck Series drivers, was Kansas. And got Nissan Titan their very first win. Of course, this team, Cervantes Motorsports, is a former Truck Series champion with Ricky Cervantes. And you will see Ricky Cervantes in the Monster Energy Series race in 2 days' time. There's Riley Roblier, Makara Mirboez. Reason I bring this name up is that if Makara Mirboez makes the playoffs, the ride she has in Buffalo Wild Wings Series that she's going to be back with next season could have a charter. Really important for Makara to get a victory to get herself into the playoffs. Ashley Horton just needs a good run to get out of the danger zone of losing her charter. Same with the guy who's right behind her, Patrick Combs. Patrick Combs is actually in a DVR sandwich because he's in between the 57 and the 74. On lap number 25 of 120. These drivers cannot make it 120 laps on one tank of fuel. Let's check the back of the field here. See, Victor Gonzalez is back here. Jesse Art's back here. Carla Sanat is also back here. A couple of big names that really have been having a struggling season. Some of them did not really need a bad result. Prudence Littlejohn, the 29. She's one of those drivers. A win for her would get her into the playoffs. Sean Art, likewise. Of course, Sean's trying to get in the top 30 in the points in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race, which you'll see that race tomorrow. April Winters, I think April Winters is already confirmed into the playoffs, along with Justin Hugo. I mean, they have 2 wins safely inside the top 10 in points. It doesn't look like any of the, or actually April Winters is 12th in points, but either way, I think they're safe enough to where if they have 2 bad finishes, I don't think it will be enough for them to fall outside the top 30 in the points. Chloe Carmichael's come close on several occasions to get Kyle Busch Motorsports a win this season. Sorry about the chair doing that quack. Everybody getting into a good run, good rhythm. In the test race I tried to do earlier today, there was a lot of wrecks. And I was trying to do that race so I didn't have to do it later today, but NR decided to me over, so that's why I shortened the race distance from what was supposed to be the Hillside 200 to the Hillside 120, so. But not to worry. It's okay. Annie Crenshaw got her 5 points for leading a lap. Crenshaw is a total of 133 points back of 30th in the standings, so 5 critical bonus points has done herself a whole lot of good. Jimmy Baker in the 0-2, a win for him. He would be in the playoffs. Lauren Grubius, same deal with her. That 05 truck right there, the one that's driven by Benny MacArthur, looks like caution is out, but I'll go ahead and say what I was going to say. There's been some rumors Athenium Motorsports could be dissolving and could be turning into a possible DVR entry for next season. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. See who is involved in this one. And it's Ashley Horton, one of the drivers who is trying to get out of the danger zone. April Winters is torn up. We must have had a 2-truck incident. Well, for April Winters, 2 wins, not going to hurt you. But Ashley Horton, on the other hand, that is not good news. Looks like she got spun on the back straightaway. Oh, I've seen this before. I know what happened here. We've seen this before in Monster. And looks like the 88 truck got tight. Got Patrick Combs involved, so Combs got a little piece of it. Spun the 57 around. Wow, 57 got some air. did a 360, continued on. Everybody else did a very good job not collecting anybody. Well, actually, except for April Winters right there. And 57's got some damage. So 2 360s. And just like we've seen at Dover before, what goes up must come down. And I believe the 57's gently got it down, but is now out of the race, along with the 38. And we're going to get back to green. April Winters and Ashley Horton out of the race. As I said, April Winters 12th in the points. Definitely ill afford a run. Ashley Horton, on the other hand, cannot ill afford a bad run. And she's still going to be in the danger zone of possibly losing her charter for next season. So that's a bit of unfortunate. 0, 2, 11, 8, 6, and 15, your top 5. Then it's 54, 92, 59, 2, and 22, the top 10, as we're back to green. Jimmy Baker at the beginning of the season was crashing left and right, but ever since they went to a brand new Chevy nose, he's been running okay. Not doing too bad. Good news is for Lauren Grubias is that she may be safe from possibly losing her charter. A win could actually get her in the playoffs. Because if she wins, she would possibly go into the Buffalo Wild Wings series next season. And looks like we have a wreck in turn number 1 and 2, and our second yellow of the race is out. 0-2 just slammed on the brakes so hard for some reason. Not sure why. Azar Mirwez, one of the drivers trying to make the playoffs. Ashton Ingersoll, 4th in points rather. Benny MacArthur. Patrick Combs, another driver didn't need it. 2nd in points, Sarah Castillo. Sean Art's involved. Makara Mirwez. Possibly Annie Crenshaw. Oh boy. We have had a huge wreck. Oh, Tigo Jumiaka's in it. Hattie swore. We've had a massive accident here at Hillside. Oh my goodness, we've had the big one. We have had the big one at Hillside. Let's see what happened here. First of all, let's see what happened. It's like Sean Art blew up for some. Yep, Sean blew up. Right in front of the points leader. And the points leader was involved. So the top 2 in the championship have been in trouble. Oh my goodness. Hattie Swore was also collected. That's 3rd in points. Oh boy. The top 4 have had trouble. Annie Crenshaw involved. If she's off the pace, that is her championship hopes done. Oh, wow. Makara Mirwez went for a very vicious flip. Okay, so she hits the 51, and then the 05 just cleaned her out. But who flips her is the question. Oh, that's how the 51 got involved. Oh, her sister hits her. Her sister flipped her upside down. Well. Oh my goodness. But then. Okay, I thought the 46 was about to come back up on the track. I was about to say, oh no, not again. Oh my goodness. So the top 4 in the points have had trouble. And if Crenshaw drops out of the race, that is her championship hopes done. because Crenshaw needed a good run today to try to get in the top 30 in points. I think that may be her championship hopes done. Oh boy, let's make sure out of the race. Crenshaw is continuing. That's good news. Sarah Costello out of the race, second in points. Benny MacArthur out of the race, fourth in points. Azar Amirmoez, that would put her possibly in a must-win situation. Sean Art, Makara Amirmoez. So the Amirmoez sisters are both out. They were both top 10 in points coming in this race. That's not going to happen. And they joined April Winters and Ashley Horn out of the race. But that might have just ended Annie Crenshaw's championship hopes right there, as we're back to green. Because the one thing Cody Smart told and I talked about before this race and before Cody went to do the pre-race show is that Annie Crenshaw could not afford a bad result or her championship hopes are done. I'm going to get some water in a second, so we're going to watch while we have a battle for the lead. I'm going to go ahead and fill up my water. And that's critical. Well, yellow's out. I'm kind of scared who's involved. But that might. We'll look at a replay in just a second after I top off my water. Because I also need to take a bathroom break. So that was probably a bad time to go get water. But to be fair, I needed some water anyway. And looks like we are having some pit stops. And before we look at the replay, I need to go take a bathroom break. I'll be back. Mario can't shut up. Same with Toby. Okay, sorry about that. May just eat some hot dogs for dinner. That was left over. Okay, who caused this yellow? Oh, Jessica Moore. Victor Gonzalez, another driver, a former winner this season. Good grief. Let me just go ahead and wear some shoes. See what happened here. Oh, he came to pit road. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, it looks like he came to pit road for... See what caused this yellow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, Bridget Thomas blew up, so that's not... Bridget Thomas out of the race. That could be her championship hopes done. What happened to Jessica? Oh, Jesse Art got a piece of it. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, Jesse didn't realize the 74 had a run on her, and, well, nowhere for her to go. Heather Gallant was also collected in this. Sent the 17 in the wall. Anyone going to come hit the 17, or she does a lazy roll? It's like she just flipped upside down. That's what happens on a track like this. Once you hit the... Because the banking's a lot different than the transition from the banking to the bottom is totally different. It just flipped the truck upside down. I believe Gretchen Mueller's our leader. Yes, she is what the tower says. Gretchen Mueller, I know, is going to be one of the drivers going to Daniel Voiles Racing next season. Annie Crenshaw is a lap down. So a header issue for Bridget Thomas, but everybody else is going to continue. So it looks like they flipped the 17 over. So yay for American Steel. Whoopie-doo-doo. Apologize, I had to go use the bathroom, but I couldn't hold it, so. Back to green. It's like Annie Crenshaw is still up to speed, but she's currently 24th a lap down. So Annie Crenshaw is going to possibly head into next week's race, possibly in a must-win situation. And like I said, she cannot ill afford another bad result. Victor Gonzalez still in the pit lane. So that's not good. That's going to hurt Victor Gonzalez in points. As Annie Crenshaw is trying to get her lap back, she's going to be unsuccessful. As Stephanie Driscoll is going to take the lead. Don't think there's a whole lot of damage to her machine. Mandy Evans came in this race 5th in the points. The 4 drivers ahead of her in points have had troubles today. Hugo's in 12th. 46 in the 05 are out of the race. 74 is running in 19th. So a second win for Mandy Evans could possibly confirm herself a spot into the playoffs. Lauren Grubius has now taken the race lead as we're nearing the halfway point of today's race. There's Charlie Silver. Charlie came in this race 14th in the points. He has a total of 86 points back of 30th in the standings, which was Annika Ritchie. And Annika Ritchie's running in 22nd as they're just lapping Jessica Moore. As that's the 17 Red Horse entry team. Red Horse Racing is actually going to be shutting down at the end of the season. We believe Joe Gibbs Racing is going to come to the Truck Series next season. Like Victor Gonzalez's day is done. Tough break for Victor. Justin Hugo, the points leader, is starting to drop back a bit. Rubius went from leading the 10th. Mandy Evans stuck behind Jessica Moore. There's Prudence Littlejohn. Needs a win to get herself into the playoffs. Annie Crenshaw, the way she's running, could mean her championship hopes are slowly slipping away. Carla Snott, 31st in points, was only 1 point back of 30th in the standings. She's now in the top 30 in points, as according to my live points, as she's been held up by Ashton Ingersoll, Ooh, Billy Kitchens nearly got in the 49. That could have been a huge accident. Thankfully, it wasn't. And that allowed Gretchen Mueller to take the lead. Of course, Gretchen Mueller has made 2 less starts than everyone this season, with the exception of Lucky Prescott and Annie Crenshaw. Of course, Prescott came in late in the season, and Crenshaw didn't turn 18. Of course, Mueller had Paris Alexandria, who has announced she is going to be returning back to this 25 ride next season, and will have a charter for next season, because Gretchen Mueller is moving over to Daniel Voiles Racing in the 74 entry next season. Stephanie Driscoll, where she's doing double duty this weekend. She is trying to make the playoffs in the Buffalo Wild Wings series. She's trying to make the playoffs here in the Truck Series, but it's not looking very good unless she wins today. Talked about drivers in the danger zone possibly losing their charter. How about the 00, Pete Ramirez? She wins, she's in the playoffs. That would also save her from losing her charter. She's 29th in points. She's not had a top 5 this season, or a top 10, as we're past the halfway point in today's race. Lauren Grubius, this is a well-needed run, because the good news is for her is that Rita Segrud came into this race on the bubble as far as trying to keep her charter for next season. She's 17th. And Grubius was 10 points ahead, so 10 points in front of the 88 for the final points paying position. And looky here, lap traffic going to rear its ugly head. Of course, the 74 and the 6 are teammates. 74, that's your teammate, Rick. I think the 74 is going to move out of the way, because that's your teammate right there. And a great way to get screwed up is letting the 51 just pass them all. And now Grubius has gotten around the 74 and used the 81 as a pick to get around all those trucks. So the Plan B Chevrolet for Daniel Voiles Racing. Oh, like I said, a win for her. She is not only in the playoffs, would keep her charter. Because she almost got herself, because she needs a win to keep her charter. Tatum Wright in the 33. 17th in points, a win for her. She's in the playoffs, as the 68's going to hold up the 6. Going to allow the 9 to catch up, but the 9's going to get impeded. And now the 6 can't get by. 6 can't get by. Oh, 68 held her up. 68 can't get out of the way. Come on, lap cars. They just want to make sure the 6 truck doesn't win this race. 68's not meeting minimum speed. And my mouse is drunk for some reason, and Toby's screaming, "That's good." Hang on. Sorry about that. My mouse got stuck. And Toby's like, "That's good." Well, now the 6 got screwed all the way to 14th because lap traffic can't get out of the way. Annie Crenshaw's just not doing her hopes of getting back on the lead lap any favors. Victor Gonzalez looks like his day is done. It's like he had a mechanical problem, and apparently, unfortunately, that problem is proved to be terminal. They've just caught Tatum Wright. Now Charlie Silver has taken over the race lead. Hopefully Groovy is caught back up. Or is she getting impeded? she's all the way back in 16th. Chloe Carmichael is leading. Gretchen Mueller. This would be a huge opportunity for this 25 team to get a win to get them into the playoffs. It's like Riley Roblier's about to go a lap down. And guess who? The 51's in the way again. Apparently Patrick Combs knew his teammate was coming, and now he's being a great teammate, holding up everybody on that inside line. That's good news for Grubius to catch right up. Oh, crash! 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 Ah, crash! This is the big one because the 51 can't get out of the way. No, just wrecked a bunch of trucks. Caution is out. And the 51 has been called to the big red truck because he caused a big accident. What on bloody earth was the 51 doing? Just caused an accident. Another caution out. And that was all because the 51 can't get out of the way and has his head up his ass. And Patrick Combs has been called to the big red truck because he just now caused an accident of not getting out of the way and took out a lot of people who really should have not been involved in this wreck. 00 going for a flip. 0 car got a 00 got a piece of it. Lucky Prescott. How did Samantha Granger get through that? Annie Crenshaw gets hit by Erica Douglas. Oh boy. Patrick Combs, you have got some explaining to do. Why the flip? You just caused a huge wreck. I understand you're off the pace and you're 5 laps down, but dude, you could have gotten out of the way. I bet Patrick Combs just wanted to go to the hot dog stand and eat a hot dog or something, or I don't know what the hell his spotter is thinking of. And now he's been asked to see the officials in the big red truck. I would not be surprised if he gets a suspension. I understand he's having a frustrating season, 32nd in points, but there's just no excuse for that. That was just irresponsible. 00's out of the race because the 51's a bloody-ass idiot. I would not be surprised if the 51 got suspended. I would not be surprised. Because an idiot can't get the hell out of the way and has caused another problem. That just makes me angry. They need to just black flag the 51 right now. Tell him to get off the track. Because I have a bad feeling. One incident you've caused because you can't get that out of the way is bad enough. 2 incidents you caused under the causing while being lapped could be a death sentence. Oh, man. I just don't know what I don't know what Patrick Combs' problem is. I know he's had a frustrating season, but that just doesn't mean hold the 49 truck up and cause a huge wreck behind you. I would not be surprised if he's parked for next week's race at Charlotte. I would not be surprised. I know he's going to get a lot of boos in the AutoZone Amateur Series. Excuse me. Stephanie Driscoll, Charlie Silver, second and third. As Rita Sigrid, the gal on the bubble of trying to keep her charter for next season. 26 in the points. Trying to get into the playoffs. If none of the Kyle Busch Motorsports truck go the victory lane this year, I will be surprised. And guess what? The 51 still can't get out of the goddamn way, and he's about to cause a problem. Oh, contact. Jesse Art, not too happy with Patrick Combs, just shoved him up the track. I mean, just rudely shoved him up the track. I think Jesse Art just got tired of the 51 truck rather, holding her up, and she just body slammed the Aris Toyota. I don't blame her one bit. Ashton Ingersoll has been called to the big red truck for not meeting minimum speed. Oh my God, he's not even out of third gear. No wonder why he's being an annoying back marker, because he can't out of third goddamn gear. And Ashton Ingersoll would be now in the danger zone of losing his charter, because Grubius and Sigrid are running well. Ashley Horton, we know, is out of the race. Pete Ramirez is already out. Patrick Combs, even if he has a good run, he's going to get a points penalty for just not getting out of the way. I swear to God, if he wrecks his teammate, he may get fired. Justin Hugo and company about to get lapped. And of course, they're getting held up. Yep, officials have confirmed the 68 has been asked to see the officials after the race. That doesn't terribly surprise me at all, because he's not out of third gear, not meeting minimum speed, not getting the hell out of the way. He's just asking for trouble. And Ashton Ingersoll is not going to be happy about this, because the two ladies trying to run him down could push him in the danger zone. That would be Sigrid and Grubius. And Patrick Combs going to get in the way again. Somebody better dump his ass. Oh, Carlos not nearly wrecked the 12, but that's because of lap traffic not getting in the way. 13 in the wall, because Driscoll tried to get out of the way, trying to pass the 51 truck. '51 truck's about to get wrecked. And now the 68 in the way. 68, get off the track. You are impeding the leaders. Oh, you almost wrecked the 88. 68 is definitely going to be in trouble with the officials. That 68 is going to get parked if he doesn't get out of the way. Because what he's doing is he's about to cause an accident if he's not careful. Oh, the leaders are not going to be happy about this. So we're coming up to more lap traffic. This is what proved to be the difference winner in the AutoZone Amateur Series race yesterday. It's good that the AutoZone Amateur Series are running some consistent races a week before some off weeks. But they're tired of running one race and having off weeks. Charlie Silver's going to lead. 20 laps to go. Charlie Silver leads. Billy Kitchens. Billy Kitchens, another driver in the danger zone of losing his charter. That's a Nathan Orman Motorsports entry, may I remind you. We talked about Nathan Orman Motorsports went to victory lane in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race last week at Kansas. Could they go to victory lane today? I don't know. 51, not paying any attention. Nearly took out some drivers. I wonder where that spotter at the 51 is. I bet he went to go get a hamburger at the concession stand or something. Now it's a 3-truck fight for this win. Charlie Silver trying to get in the playoffs. Same with Rita Segrud and Gretchen Mueller. Mueller's just looking forward to next year. Even if she doesn't make the playoffs, she knows for certain she's going to join Daniel Vols Racing next season. One out of Kyle Busch Motorsports, one out of Thor Sport, and then I don't know what team the 15 is. I think it's out of Winters Motorsports. I don't know. And then this one's out like a development team for DVRs. The 68's finally gotten out of the way. Oh, no, he did not. He is holding up Gretchen. Why is it that lap traffic hates DVR for some reason? I don't get it. As Erica Douglas nearly got wrecked by the 9 truck. Erica not paying any attention, trying to get out of the way. Now let's see where the moron 51 is. He's running 135 miles an hour and they're running 160. That's 30 miles an hour slower. We're about to have a huge wreck. Charlie Silver trying to get in the playoffs. Samantha Granger, a second win for her. Could tie her for the #1 seed because she's a former winner this season. And guess what? The 51's in the way again. 51 in the way. Charlie Silver gives the one-finger salute to the 51. That's not going to be a pleasant meeting at Kyle Busch Motorsports. I can tell you that for sure, certain. That's called being the world's worst teammate right there, the 54 truck. Or I'm sorry, the 51 truck, not the 54 truck. There's the 54 truck. Sorry, Chloe. Chloe's having a good run, Chloe Carmichael. Could today be the day she gets a win to get in the playoffs? 10 to go. We're about to find out. Oh, no. Oh, we're crashing. They're crashing. Oh, no. Charlie's. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Oh, no. No, no, no. Oh, my God. No. We have a wreck in turn 1. And Charlie Silver had a problem. And he just wiped out a number of drivers. Oh my goodness. And of course, it got the 51. That's the good news. Billy Kitchen's involved. Oh, we got a fight between the 9 and the 51 as we're going to look at the replay. Charlie Silver not happy with Patrick Combs. Yep, Billy Kitchens just ran him over. Looks like a mechanical problem or something for the 9. Charlie Silver and Patrick Combs are beating the crap out of each other. Oh, Grubius was caught up in it. Billy Kitchens got hit by Mandy Evans. There's the 51. Good night. Hugo get both of them. Annika Ritchie got him, and then Mandy Evans, got the wall. Officials are already there breaking up the Kyle Busch Motorsports teammates. I believe Charlie Silver is frustrated at his teammate because his teammate held him up. Good night. Officials are breaking it up, trying to break it up as I have a lot of drivers out of this race. They're still having troubles. So we're going to go back to green. But there was a fight between the 9 and the 51. And the 51 just hit through his helmet at the 9 because the 9 showed his displeasure. And Charlie Silver has been called to the big red truck. As we're going to have 5 to go. Out of the race, Lauren Grubius, Billy Kitchens, Charlie Silver had a mechanical problem. Justin Hugo, the points leader's out. Annika Ritchie, Patrick Combs are out of the race. They join the rest in the garage area. Here we go. 4 laps to go. And of course, the 68 going to be an issue. Stephanie Driscoll trying to win this race to get herself into the playoffs. Chloe Carmichael came close at Dover. Could she win here at Hillside? 3 to go. Could Gretchen Mueller make the playoffs? Wouldn't that be something for Kyle Busch Motorsports? Don't count out Gretchen Mueller. Go away, virus. I'm trying to call this race. 2 to go. Gretchen might have a chance to win this race. She's moving to DVR next season. She's got 1 shot at the 54 truck. White flag one more time around Hillside. Presented by Toby Can't Shut Up. Here comes Mueller. Here comes Mueller. This is for the win. This is for the win. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Gretchen Mueller's going to win at Hillside and lock herself into the playoffs. Wow. Daniel Voiles Racing development driver Gretchen Mueller is going to make the playoffs. At just 18. She missed 2 races because she was not 18. And Gretchen Mueller has her first Truck Series win and might have just locked herself a spot into this season's chase. I bet nobody from Daniel Voiles Racing saw that one coming. Holy cow! And now DVR's got to figure out how they're going to get a new driver. Because Gretchen Mueller was going to be in the Truck Series next season. Not anymore. Holy cow! And she came into this race 28th in points. My, oh my. Talk about an upset. The rookie, Gretchen Mueller, who missed 2 races this year because she was not 18 years old, now has her first Truck Series win, and more than likely, if she has a good run next week, Gretchen Mueller just locked herself a spot into this season's chase for the championship. An upset winner. Chloe Carmichael comes up 1 spot short and will have to settle for second. Rita Segrett third. Samantha Granger fourth. Stephanie Driscoll fifth. Jimmy Baker, Jesse Art, Tico Jumiaka. That's a well-needed run for Tico. Carla Sanat and Mandy Evans backs up her win with a good result here with a 10th place result, and was the last truck on the lead lap. 20 trucks finished the race. Everyone else DNF'd. Oh boy. That means we now have 8 winners, and 2 would get in on points. Oh. It's going to get interesting. We're going to stay right here and see what this did to the points. Anna Crenshaw, 18th. Ooh, I think that might have just ended her title hopes. We're going to have to wait and see. But Gretchen Mueller was supposed to move to DVR next year. That plan is now out the window and gets her first Truck Series win. How about that for the young rookie, the German driver, the only German driver we have in this series? Oh my goodness. You know what they say in the PCSRA? Anything can happen. And Gretchen Mueller, what an impressive job for an 18-year-old. Ran part-time in the Truck Series last season, running for Rookie of the Year this year. We did not expect Gretchen Mueller to do it, and look at what it did to the points. And now Erica Douglas, who was in, is out. Gretchen Mueller is now 25th in points, and as of right now, she needs a good run next week at Charlotte to possibly lock herself a spot into the playoffs. And I'm sorry to say for Annie Crenshaw, that result has taken her out of championship contention. That is just a shame. My goodness. And Gretchen Mueller is 6th in the Rookie of the Year standings and didn't even race 2 races. And she's ahead of a full-time driver, Makara Amir, was in Rookie of the Year. That's a bra moment. Oh my goodness. So now DVR is going to have to come up with a different development driver for next season. But that 25 truck was already safe from losing their charter next season. Well, a win for them, well, that just did them the trick. So congratulations, Gretchen Mueller, on her first Truck Series win of her career. Gretchen Mueller has a good run next week at Charlotte. Gretchen Mueller would be into the playoffs. Boy, these next 2 races are going to be fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this crazy race at Hillside. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. We've shown you your full finish results. You're looking at your rookie points right down here, your overall points right through here, heading into next week at Charlotte. We have 2 more races this weekend. We got Buffalo Wild Wings and Monster Energy Series coming your way from Hillside before all 4 series heads next week to the amazing track of Charlotte Motor Speedway. So until then, I've been Dean DeVolo signing off, and you have been watching another broadcast of the PCSRA, the best in our racing around the world since 2017. Congratulations one last time to Gretchen Mueller. We'll see you tomorrow for the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race. Take care, everybody.